Good morning.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Chelsea.
Good morning, Sandy.
Welcome to another Thursday. Today is Remembering. So, just a shout out to all of our wonderful people who view us on Facebook and YouTube. That we do remember you. We do keep a list of names, and we appreciate all of your likes and loves and comments and sharing. So I have a few special names to read out this morning for Remembering Day. Shout out to Tina B, Carol D, Ruth C, Eva W, Chris L, Nancy C, Vicky S, Sandy W, Dana Lee T, Mary Z, Annette W, Helen O, Sandy A, Lana T, there's my T, Ann L, Carol M, Loanne F, Glenda I, and a special shout out to Adrian at Bernina, Canada. Anyways, thank you ever so much for joining us on this wonderful day. It's a day of remembering. So let's take ourselves back a ways and let's talk about World War I, which was 1914 to 1918. And we have a poem for you.
We sure do.
All right. In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks
still bravely singing fly.
Scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you with failing hands we throw.
I got lost, Sandy.
It's okay.
The torch be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
So in Flanders Fields, it's a war poem which was written by the First World War Canadian physician, Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. He was inspired to write it on May 3rd of 1915 after presiding over the funeral of a friend and fellow soldier, Lieutenant Alexis Helmer, who died in the Second Battle of Ypres. I always say it wrong. According to legend, fellow soldiers retrieved the poem after McCrae, initially dissatisfied with his work, had discarded it. In Flanders Fields was first published in December 8th of that year in the London magazine Punch. Flanders Fields is a common English name of the World War I battlefields in Belgium and France. It is one of the most quoted poems from the war. And as a result of its immediate popularity, parts of the poems were used in efforts and appeals to recruit soldiers and raise money selling war bonds. Its reference to the red poppies that grew on the graves of fallen soldiers resulted in the remembrance poppy becoming one of the world's most recognized memorial symbol for soldiers who have died in conflict. The poem and poppy are prominent Remembrance Day symbols throughout the Commonwealth of Nations, particularly in Canada, where In Flanders Fields is one of the nation's best known literary work. The poem is widely known in the United States, where it is also associated with Veterans Day and Memorial Day. So it was one of the most significant things that came out of World War I, and we carry it still to this day for all of the fallen, all of those who participated, all of those that were happily came home, and to those who did not. So wear your poppy with pride and remember their sacrifices, and wonderful. It's wonderful what has come out of that. So now, I don't know how many people will be attending Poppy or Remembrance Day ceremonies around the city, but please, with this beautiful weather that we're having, it's great. But
beautiful.
if you're going out to enjoy it, please wear weather appropriate clothing.
Yeah, don't get cold.
You never know in Calgary or Alberta how bad it's going to be.
It can change in an instant.
That's right. So there's lots of different services that you can go to. The Hangar Flight Museum commemorates Remembrance Day every year with an outdoor service, which will start on the 11th at 10:30 a.m. Their doors open at 9:30, and their admission is by donation. So kindly take some funds and put it into their donation box if you go there. The big one is usually the Military Museum for Remembrance Day services. They start at 10:30. Then afterwards, they open up the museum to the public from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And cool. It's just by donation as well. So you donate to that to keep the War Museum going. The other one that I had noticed was the Southern Alberta Jubilee Auditorium. I didn't realize they had one there, but their doors open at 9 a.m. and their service starts at 10:30. But if you aren't able to get out and about, maybe you have other things going on, it's always televised. There's always a televised ceremony on CBC in the mornings at 10 a.m. from the National War Memorial in Ottawa. And a lot of times that's where I would go and watch and things, because we normally, wherever I worked, we would have November 11th off as a stat holiday, so we would watch from there. So I don't know how many people have plans for this weekend coming up and whether they'll be going out into the public and stuff, but we are just here to wish everyone well, to remember. We remember you, and we will be closed on Monday, November 11th. All right, that's what I know. Is there anything else?
That's all I know too, Sam.
All right. So there is a pattern behind me. It's called the Remember Quilt Kit. It's a lovely applique using the poppy in making of it. It's a beautiful remembrance thing for anyone who would like to make it and hang it up during this time of the year. We have always offered it free with a free class with it if you bought the kit. There's also a pattern, but we're putting the kit on sale, so if anybody would like to purchase it, it will be at a discount, and you're welcome to come and get it before or after Remembrance Day and maybe make it. And I think it was Leah who made the
Yeah, she did the class, and there was scan and cut, and that's how I learned how to use the scan and cut, actually, with that class.
So that would be awesome if you did purchase that at a discount. You get the free class with it, and you get to see our Chelsea and Leah doing their things.
In my very maybe first couple weeks working here.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, I can't believe it. How long has it been now?
This October was 3 years.
Fabulous. We are so lucky to have a lot of wonderful people that work at My Sewing Room, and some of them are very new to us. Others are here for a long term, and we appreciate all of our customers who keep us going.
We sure do.
Yeah, it's awesome. I know it's very short and sweet today, but we just wanted to let you know that we're thinking of all of you and just remembering everything from the past. Yep. If you have anything that you need to talk to us about, we are here all day today, of course, regular hours, Wednesday, Thursday, or I guess we're not here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, closed Monday, back open on Tuesday. All right. Thank you for joining me today,
Thanks
Chelsea.
for having me, Sandy.
Yeah, awesome. And thank you, everyone who will tune in and watch this and just take a moment to remember. Right. All right. So thanks, Tina and Glenda and Ruth, for joining us online first thing this morning for our little Remembrance Day ceremony. And we'll be back tomorrow on Facebook. It's with Anne. She's going to be telling you all about the
990?
Yeah, the 990 experience. and also what she did at Market in Houston. So please join us tomorrow again at 10:30 for that. And Chelsea and I will sign off until you see Anne tomorrow.